Hello, grade 7 students. Welcome to this video in which we're going to talk about the synthesis of the organic matter by the green plants. In this video, we're going to cover these objectives. Chlorophyll plants produce their organic matter from a mineral 1. Second, we're going to identify the relation between photosynthesis and the presence of the chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, CO2, and light. 3. We are going to identify that the elaborated sap is elaborated in green leaves and is distributed to various organs of the plant through conducting. During photosynthesis, you have to know that the green plant produces organic matter in the form of starch. So green plants, they produce organic matter in the form of starch. When? During photosynthesis, during the process of photosynthesis. So how to test for the presence of starch? We have a specific test to identify the presence of starch. This test is called Iodine Test. Iodine Test is done to identify the presence of starch. So whenever we use Iodine Test, it will give dark blue color. It will change from brown orange color into a dark blue. So the presence of dark blue color with Iodine Test indicates the presence of starch. So in the green plants, whenever we have dark blue color, meaning that these plants produce starch during the process of photosynthesis. So this is an important note. Till now, we have an important note that says that the iodine test is the test done to identify the presence of starch, and which is added to the food. For example, we have this experiment, and they interpret the results of document A. Iodine water is a chemical reagent that colors starch dark blue or blue. Here we have a potato. We add for this iodine water solution, or we did iodine test. It has orange brown in color and it will give blue color here in document A. Interpret the results of document A. Interpret, as we said before, it's analyze, plus you have to give an indication or a significance. Pay attention to this. Interpret, it's you have to analyze, plus you have to give an indication or significance. This indicates that. Otherwise, I'm going to ask you analyze. Analyze, it's similar to the interpret, but without indication. Interpret, you have additional, you have to say an indication. This indicates that. Okay, so pay attention to this. Interpret. So after adding iodine water to the potato, the dark blue color appears. We have dark blue color. This is the analysis. This is the analysis of this experiment. If I ask you for analyze, this is analysis. You can stop here. But if I ask for interpret, you have to say analyze plus indication. So indication here, this indicates the presence of starch in potatoes, or you can say it in another word. You can say this indicates that potato contains starch, or this indicates that there is the presence of starch in the potato. All of them, they have the same meaning and they have the same concept in this experiment. So first experiment, we did it on potato. Potato, it gives dark blue color with iodine water, which is a chemical reagent that gives a dark blue color with starch. So the potato contains a starch. Now we add iodine water to the fish. There is no dark blue color. We have fish, we get the fish, and we add for the fish iodine water. There is no dark blue color. What is the significance of this? There is no dark blue color with iodine water. So iodine water, as we know, is done to identify the presence of starch. So we don't have dark blue color. We don't have the positive result. So dark blue color is the positive result with the iodine water. So we don't have dark blue. So we don't have starch. So there is no starch. What does this indicate? You have to say that there is absence of dark blue color, indicating the absence of starch. So now no dark blue color, meaning that there is no starch. So this is very easy. No dark blue, no starch. With what? With iodine test or iodine water reagent. Okay? So this, you have to pay attention to this note. So dark blue color will give starch with iodine water. No dark blue, no starch. Document B is talking about the experiment of document B, presence of light. A, we have a green leaf exposed to light. Here we have light, so light is present. While in document B, green leaf covered by a black cardboard. Covered by a black cardboard, meaning that it is not supplied with sunlight. 2 days later, the leaves are decolorized by immersing them in boiling water or in boiling alcohol, then in iodine water. Let's interpret these results. So after adding iodine water to green leaf parts exposed to light, when we add iodine water to the green leaves exposed to sunlight, we have dark blue color. What does this mean? This means that we have starch in the green leaf parts. While after adding it to the green leaf not exposed to sunlight, there is no sunlight. They are covered by black cardboard, meaning that there is no dark blue color. What does this indicate? This indicates that starch is produced by only the green leaf when exposed to sunlight. So green leaf is important, but also we need sunlight. So we know without the sunlight there is no dark blue color, meaning that there is no starch. So starch, in order to be produced by the green plant, it should be green first and it should be exposed to sunlight. So these are the two important figures. We need chlorophyll and we need light. There is a small note mentioned in the figure that they are boiled in hot alcohol before immersing them into the iodine water. Why? Boiled alcohol is used to remove the chlorophyll pigment and allow it to remove the green color, so that whenever we add the iodine test or the iodine water, we can detect it properly. So why were the leaves boiled, as I said, in hot alcohol bath? Why they are boiled in a hot alcohol water bath? Why? To dissolve the chlorophyll pigment, to remove it, to get rid of the chlorophyll pigment, because hot alcohol, it removes the chlorophyll. So it gets rid of the chlorophyll pigment, it removes it, so that the green color will be removed. So whenever we add the iodine water, so we can see clearly and we can detect properly if there is starch or not. Because if we have green color and also we have dark blue color, there is a mixing of the colors, we can detect it properly. So we have to use hot alcohol water bath. This is used, you have to know this. This is a very important note. This is very important. You have to dip the leaves in or immerse the leaves in hot alcohol water bath in order to dissolve the chlorophyll pigment. By dissolving the chlorophyll pigment, we can detect properly the color result with iodine. Now let's move for experiment in document C, the presence of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, the green pigment that gives the green color of the leaf. Here we have in one a green patched leaf, a leaf that has green parts. These are the green parts. And in the periphery we have a non-green part, which means it's a white part without chlorophyll. So in figure 1 we have a green patched leaf that shows green parts rich in chlorophyll, and the other white parts, these are the white parts that are without chlorophyll. So here we have no chlorophyll, and here in the green we have chlorophyll. That's why they are green in color. So in this experiment, what do? They add iodine water to the leaf after being exposed to sunlight for 24 hours. So we exposed the leaf for 24 hours to sunlight, so we have sunlight, and this leaf, it has chlorophyll in the center, in the middle, and we have no green color at the periphery, so we have a white color since we have no chlorophyll. So interpret. Here I used to add a lot of interpret in order to get familiar to this action verb. So first, interpret the results of document C. So as we said before, interpret. What is interpret? It's analyze plus indication. This indicates that. So after adding iodine water to green leaf parts, these parts that are rich in chlorophyll, we have a dark blue color. This is the dark blue color. Dark blue color. When we add iodine water to the leaf part that are rich in chlorophyll, that contain chlorophyll, while there is no chlorophyll in the periphery, so there is no dark blue color. What does this indicate? This indicates that we have starch where? Only in the center where we have chlorophyll, while there is no starch and there is no production of starch in the periphery where we have no chlorophyll. So this means that chlorophyll is important for the production of starch. So after adding, this is the interpret right now. So after adding iodine water to green leaf parts that are rich in chlorophyll, this is the variable factor, dark blue color appears, while after adding it to the white part which is without a chlorophyll, it contains no chlorophyll, so no dark blue color appears. If you notice here, I always mention the variable factor in the analysis. Here the variable factor, in the center we have chlorophyll, at the periphery we don't. So the variable factor is the chlorophyll. It's present in the center and it's absent at the periphery. So here you have to mention it in the analysis. So here, rich in chlorophyll and without a chlorophyll, or which contain chlorophyll, which lack chlorophyll. You can use the words as you know. So after adding the iodine water to the green leaf parts, I will repeat it, that contain chlorophyll, that's rich in chlorophyll, so dark blue color appears. Dark blue color with iodine water means that we have starch. While after adding it to the white part, this white part without chlorophyll, so we don't have chlorophyll, no dark blue color with iodine, so there is no starch. This you have to know it before you answer. So indication here, what does this indicate? This indicates that starch is produced only in the green part of the leaf that is rich in chlorophyll. So it's produced only in the part of the leaf, in the green part of the leaf that contains a chlorophyll, or that's rich in chlorophyll. So till now we have chlorophyll is important for the production of starch. Also, sunlight is important for production of starch. So these are two important notes for the production of starch. Let's now move to another experiment and document D. The presence of carbon dioxide in plant 1 or in medium 1. Medium 1 is poor in CO2. Poor in carbon dioxide, while medium 2, which is rich in carbon dioxide, it's rich in CO2. Okay, if you notice here, after taking a leaf, we have two plants, A and B. These two plants, they are placed in a jar that are exposed to sunlight, and they have all the essential elements needed for the process of photosynthesis, but in A, it's poor in CO2, and in B, it's rich in CO2. In A, we took a leaf, and we add for this leaf iodine water or iodine test. So we don't have the dark blue color. We have yellow color here. While after adding the iodine test or iodine water solution to the leaf from plant B, it gives dark blue color. So what does this mean? This means that we have iodine water test is positive here. Is positive result. While here we have a negative result. So what does this mean? This means that the plant in the medium rich in CO2 can produce starch, while in the absence of CO2 the plant cannot produce starch. So here starch is produced only in the presence of the carbon dioxide. So let's move now to the interpret. So interpret, after adding iodine water to green leaf taken from a medium that's rich in carbon dioxide, medium 2 or plant 2, dark blue color. So here medium rich in carbon dioxide. So we have dark blue color. What does this mean? Dark blue color meaning that we have starch. While after adding it refers to what? It refers to iodine solution, or after adding iodine water to green leaf present in medium poor in carbon dioxide, medium 1, yellow color appears. What does this indicate? This indicates that the starch is produced by the green plant only in the presence of CO2. So we need CO2. CO2 is important for the production of starch. So as a conclusion here, green plants that contain chlorophyll, they need light and carbon dioxide to undergo a photosynthesis. Also they need light, they need carbon dioxide, and important, they should contain chlorophyll to undergo photosynthesis and produce starch and oxygen gas. Moving to document E, the green leaf is a factory of organic substances. What does this mean? During photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is going to be absorbed from the air, and water is going to be absorbed from the soil. They will be absorbed by the plant. Carbon dioxide from the air, water from the soil. They mix together in the presence of sunlight to give O2, which is released into air, and starch, which forms the elaborated sap. That's why we have a dark blue color with iodine test, because we have starch and which forms the elaborated sap. So as a conclusion for the whole slide, during photosynthesis, carbon dioxide, which is absorbed from air, will mix with water absorbed from the soil in the presence of sunlight, will give oxygen gas and starch. Oxygen gas is going to be released into the air. And starch will form what's known by the elaborated sap. Okay, So oxygen and starch, they are the results of the process of photosynthesis. Oxygen and starch, we call them, they are the products, while carbon dioxide and water, they are called reactants. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed this video. See you soon. Bye bye.